Hi, folks. I'm originally from the Seattle, Washington area, and honestly, I always felt like a country girl stuck in the city.
Really? Like you're living somewhere but it never really feels like home?
Yes, man. I lived there for years, but deep down, I knew it wasn't where I wanted to grow old.
Wow, got it.
When I started thinking about retirement, I didn't want a big house anymore, and I definitely didn't want to stay in a place where everyone just stays inside.
So it wasn't really about downsizing first. It was about how you wanted life to feel, right?
Yes, I wanted to age in place, but not by myself. I wanted to do that with a group of people.
It's fun, I think.
So what's this called?
Bamboo shoot.
A bamboo.
Woohoo!
Welcome to Texas!
We unbox the state of Texas here. Food portions, trucks, boobs, hair, houses. I've been sent to spread the message. God bless Texas.
It's a big tornado.
I didn't want 300 homes. That was never my goal. I wanted to get away from all of that big stuff.
I think a lot of people listening are right there. They know what they don't want, but they don't yet know what replaces it.
That was me. So I started researching, mostly on YouTube. I love YouTube. That's how I found tiny homes, and that's how I found communities like the Bird's Nest. I decided I needed to come down and see it for myself, because what I was really looking for was a small community.
Not just the house, but the people around it, huh?
Right. Hi, I'm Diana, and this is my tiny home. I live at the Bird's Nest in North Texas, and I've been here about 6 months now. Are you ready?
6 months into a decision that most people only think about and never act on.
It was a leap of faith, no question about it.
All right, let's go back to the beginning because I want to understand how this leap actually happened.
So when I moved here, the first thing people usually ask me about is the cost. That's always the question. The lot rent here is $450 a month. That covers water, sewer, and garbage. So the only other bill I really deal with is electricity.
That's actually lower than what a lot of people expect. But I'm guessing that number alone didn't answer everything for you.
No, not really. It helped, but I also had to ask myself if it felt livable month after month. I didn't want surprises. I wanted something simple, something I could understand without a spreadsheet.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially when you're thinking long term.
Exactly. And once that part felt clear, I started thinking about how I'd actually use the space, not just inside, outside too. That's why I added the skirting and the deck. The deck is finished. The skirting still needs paint. I'll get to it.
There's always at least one unfinished thing, right?
Always. And honestly, at first, I wasn't even sure about the deck. I thought maybe it was extra. Like, do I really need this?
That's kind of where I'd hesitate too.
Yeah, but after living here for a bit, I realized something. Without the deck, the house would feel tighter. With it, the space breathes. On nice days, even if it's a little rainy or really sunny, as long as it's not over 90 degrees, I'm out there a lot.
So it changes how the house feels more than how it looks.
Exactly. I'll sit out there, read. Sometimes I don't do anything at all, and that counts. Then you come inside, and this part surprised me too. The house is about 230 square feet. And yes, it's small.
That's the part people get nervous about.
I did too, I won't lie. But it's warm, it's comfortable, and it works. The dogs adjusted faster than I did. That little noise you heard earlier, that was Gracie.
She sounded pretty settled.
So Gracie is the princess of the house, and seeing her relax helped me relax. When I bought this home, I kept telling myself, if I'm going to stay here long term, I can't design my life around stairs.
That's not how most people think when they buy a house.
No, but I kept thinking ahead. 20 years, maybe more. Oh my God, if I'm still here then, does this still make sense?
And that answer mattered more than anything else, huh?
It did. And for me, it was yes.
All right. So now I'm curious, because this part usually decides everything. How did you even land on this builder?
Yeah, that wasn't instant at all. I actually went straight to Decathlon Tiny Homes, made an appointment, told them roughly when I'd arrive. I came straight from the airport, so my legs were a little wobbly, not gonna lie. Long flight.
Oh yeah, God bless you. That's not exactly the calm, thoughtful start people imagine.
No, man, not at all. But I liked that they were flexible. I walked in and they had models there. Some finished, some still being built. It's great.
So you actually saw them mid-process, huh?
Yes, and that mattered to me because I wanted to see how they were made, not just the pretty final version.
What stood out?
Honestly, it looked like a real house, a stick-built house, not like a camper, not like an RV.
That's a big mental hurdle for people.
Oh, yes, it was for me too. I kept thinking, is this thing solid? Is it going to feel temporary?
And it didn't.
No, it felt sturdy, like it wasn't going anywhere. And I'll be honest, I hadn't toured a bunch of other builders, but I walked through this and thought, this works. I like this.
So you didn't overshop it.
No, because I also had a budget in mind. That part was non-negotiable.
You wanted to pay cash, right?
Yes, I didn't want debt when I moved. That was really important to me. I wanted retirement to feel lighter, not like another obligation.
That alone probably ruled out a lot of options.
It did. But once I knew this fit my price range, I felt calmer about the whole thing.
So the house part made sense, but that wasn't the whole decision.
Not even close, because after that, I went to see the bird's nest.
And that's where the emotional part kicks in.
Yeah, I met Robin and what I call the crew, and right away, it felt welcoming, not forced, not salesy.
That's hard to fake.
It is, and I needed a community, because in a city, you don't really have that. You're in your house, you go to work, you come home, you go to the grocery store, then you come home again.
A lot of people listening are nodding right now.
Yeah, here it's different. Sometimes we have dinner together, sometimes lunch. We plant trees together, we play cards, we play games. It feels like going back to childhood and playing with my friends again. It's just a lot of fun, just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can feel that. That sounds fun, but also a little intimidating.
Yes, sure, I thought that too. Like, what if I don't fit in?
That's the quiet fear, huh?
Oh my God, exactly. But that's the thing. You're kind of interviewing them, and they're interviewing you.
So it goes both ways.
Yes. If I didn't fit with the people here, I didn't want to be here, to be honest, man. And thankfully, it felt right. Amazing. Thank God.
Yo, all right. So now we're inside for real. And this is usually where people start thinking, okay, tiny house sounds nice, but how does daily life actually work?
Yeah, that's fair, because this is where things get very real, very fast. So just a few steps over here is the bathroom. And when I was deciding things, I didn't want anything fancy. I wanted practical. That's all.
Wow, interesting. That's already different from what a lot of people expect.
Yeah, like the mirror. I went with the bigger mirror on purpose. I don't need to see my whole body. Just from here up. That's enough, huh?
That's hilarious. That's a very honest standard.
Thank you, man. And I put the sink higher, not for looks, for storage underneath.
Yo, I love the way the home is arranged and the atmosphere feels really good, filled with a lovely scent. Very nice. Oh my gosh.
It has to. I'm quite sensitive to scents. They do give you options, though, but the story doesn't end there.
Haha, I love to hear that. Different sinks, mirrors, lighting, you're not stuck with one setup. What about laundry? That's a big question, huh?
Oh yeah, this is a washer-dryer combo. And I'll be honest, you do laundry more often.
Because there's nowhere to hide dirty clothes?
You got the point. I basically use the washer as my hamper. You're doing a load every other day. Some people do one every day.
That's an adjustment, right?
Yes, it is. But it also keeps things from piling up, which I don't miss.
Yeah, got it. Living in a tiny house isn't all roses. To be honest, how it feels really depends on how we respond to and adapt to our circumstances.
When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Just a piece of cake.
I love your mindset.
And under here is a 30-gallon water heater. You can open it up for maintenance. Nothing complicated.
The shower?
Over here, the tiles are bigger, almost like floor tile. I haven't added shelves yet because once you drill into the wall, that's it.
So you're still figuring things out as you go.
Totally. This bathroom can come with a curtain rod or glass doors. The glass is extra.
You went with glass.
I did not because it's fancy, but because of my dog.
Ah, Gracie again.
Yeah, always Gracie. It keeps her in when I give her a bath. I don't have to pin her against the wall. That was my strategy.
That's very practical thinking.
You kind of have to be in a tiny house. I also added a window here.
Wow, wow, wow.
You can put one on the other side too, but I wanted the mirror space.
And I hear something humming.
That's the dehumidifier. It runs a lot here in Texas.
Because of the humidity?
Yes, and humidity is not your friend in a tiny house.
Things end up against walls. Air doesn't move as much. Moisture gets trapped and then mold. That's not something people talk about enough. A lot of viewers were curious about this and had questions.
Yep, because high humidity in a home is not good for health. That's also why the washer-dryer is vented outside. If it vents inside, you're just pumping moisture into the house.
What about the toilet? People always ask.
It's a regular flush toilet. You do get options, but this worked best for me.
And for Gracie?
Yes, she likes to look out from there when I leave, trying to figure out where I went.
So the whole house really is hers.
Pretty much. She's family.
Okay, welcome back. Now this part I really want to see because this feels like the heart of the house.
Yeah, welcome back, folks. This is where I spend most of my time, right here in the middle. This is my quilting table. I actually ordered it specifically for this size.
So this wasn't something you squeezed in later.
No. This was planned from the start. Because when I was choosing a tiny house, one big question was, can I still do my main hobby here?
That's a real concern, huh? A lot of people give things up when they downsize.
Exactly, and I didn't want that. This table is on wheels, so if I have company, I can move everything into the bedroom.
That's smart.
It folds, this part lifts up, and the door underneath holds it in place, so it's flexible.
You're basically designing around real life.
You have to. I just bring a small chair on wheels, and because of the height, the chair has to go up and down.
And Gracie's right here too.
Always. She just sits here, chews on something, or falls asleep.
She's a true princess. She looks very settled.
She is. In my old place, about 1,300 square feet, she'd run from one end to the other.
That's a big adjustment for a dog.
Yes. So on bad days or super hot days, she needs space to do her thing.
And this works?
It does. This chair is basically hers. I just push the pillows back and I sit next to her.
Unless she decides to take over the whole thing.
Exactly. She always lays this way, so sometimes I don't have a seat.
Classic dog behavior.
And the chair swivels, so if she wants to look out the window, watch birds, she can do that.
What about the TV?
Behind you. It's 40 inches, and honestly, it's a little too big.
Really?
Yeah, I have it on a swivel, so it works, but I'm probably going smaller.
That's interesting. Most people think smaller houses need bigger TVs.
I thought that too, but living here changed my mind.
And I heard something about swapping TVs?
Yeah, one of the other women here might buy my smaller TV. She'll take this one for her deck.
That's the community part again.
Exactly. We're close enough to talk about ideas. Oh, you're doing that? Well, I'll take this.
So you don't have to own everything.
No, like big pots. If you want to make spaghetti, stew, chili, someone else has the big pot.
That actually takes a lot of pressure off. I think cooking's a great way to relieve stress. You know, for me, after a long and tiring day, going into the kitchen, cooking dinner with my own hands, and then enjoying the meal is truly wonderful.
It does.
Okay, well, let's step back here. Because this feels more private already.
Yeah. This is where I can really slow things down. I decided to separate the bedroom from the rest of the house. That barn door helps a lot.
Just having that separation changes the feeling.
It really does. I don't have company very often. We usually use the community center.
Yeah.
But when I want quiet time or I don't want to look at the rest of the house, I can close this.
Or block out some light.
Oh, yes. And they notched it at the bottom here so it can slide all the way across.
Wow, nice detail.
Behind me is the wheel well, so I use that space for storage. Down here, I keep a plastic container with materials for whatever quilt I'm working on.
I love that idea, and I think many viewers watching would really like your tiny house.
Thank you. A lot of credit goes to the design team, and I hope this sharing helps others who are considering tiny house living.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome. And back here is the bedroom. The wall and the platform bed actually come with the house. They're not extra, but you don't have to keep them if you don't want to.
So you had options.
Yes. You could use a twin bed, a day bed, move things around.
But you chose the platform bed.
Yo, I did, man. I was a little wishy-washy at first, but I thought if I'm going to have a platform bed, I might as well use the storage.
And there's a lot of it.
There really is. These drawers are very deep. I keep my linens in here. This one comes out too, same size. And behind that, there's an open space as deep as the bed.
That's bigger than people imagine.
It is. I store winter clothes back there, blankets, anything bulky.
What about shelves?
I added this shelving unit. They ask you if you want extra shelving. Since I don't have a bookcase, this made sense.
And it's very you.
Yeah, projects, sewing gadgets, raincoats, extra bags, a lot of quilting stuff.
You mentioned a closet.
Oh, yes. I call this my closet. It's actually pretty big. You'd be surprised what fits in a small space.
That's impressive.
I use stackable items. I can fit 3 shirts on one rack and still have room underneath.
And that quilt on the wall.
That one means a lot to me. It fits perfectly, and it's one of the first really difficult quilts I ever made.
You can feel that pride, huh?
Yeah. I love flowers, light things, but this one has more depth to it.
I also notice clothes laid out here.
Yes, I keep sweats and a sweatshirt ready, just in case, you know?
In case of emergencies?
The incredible power of Mother Nature. There's a tornado shelter on the property, so if we have to leave quickly, I don't want to run out in my pajamas.
Right. That's thinking ahead again.
Yeah, living here makes you think that way. Not in a fearful way, just prepared.
All right, folks. Up to this point, we've seen the house. But behind all of it, there was a much bigger leap.
Yeah, a really big one. You know, when I sold my mobile home, that's what gave me the cash to buy this tiny home.
Oh my God. So that sale basically made this possible.
It did. And before I bought anything, I set a limit for myself.
Which was?
I didn't want to go over $100,000. That was my line.
That's a very clear boundary.
Sure, man, I needed that. The base price of the house was around $79,000. I did add some upgrades, but not a lot. Just things that matter to me.
And where did it land in the end?
$97,000, all in.
How did you pay for it?
I paid in cash. No debt. That was huge for me, you know?
That alone changes how retirement feels.
It really does. I didn't want to move somewhere new and bring stress with me.
But the decision wasn't just about money.
No, not at all.
Yo!
When I came here, there was an interview process.
That surprises people.
It surprised me too at first, but then it made sense.
Oh, amazing.
They want to make sure you fit, and honestly, you're interviewing them too.
Because if the people don't feel right,
then the place doesn't matter. If I didn't fit with the people here, I didn't want to be here.
that takes a lot of honesty. Respect.
It does. But that's part of aging in place. We talk about it a lot here. Not every home will always have stairs. At some point, there will be ramps.
Hopefully not soon.
Hopefully not, but knowing it's planned, that matters.
Because everyone wants to stay in their home as long as they can.
A big yes, man. And a tiny home actually helps with that.
How so? I'm curious.
Oh, just kind of, you're closer to walls, you're less likely to fall, you move more, kind of that, huh?
Just by living your day.
Yes, we're on about 2.5 acres here. We walk, we talk, we're not isolated. It's great and fun. It makes my life more meaningful and vibrant every day.
That's a big deal as people get older. Interesting.
It really is. And if something comes up, if I need to go somewhere, I don't have to worry about Gracie.
Yeah, it's important. Someone's always around.
Always. That kind of support gives you freedom.
Less upkeep, more life.
Yes, oh yes, sure. And the deck helps too.
It pulls you outside.
It does. It pushes me to live my life, not just stay indoors.
So when you look back now,
I wouldn't change anything. Moving here from Washington was a tremendous leap.
a leap of faith.
Definitely. But sometimes you really do have to risk it all for happiness.
And it sounds like you found it.
I did. I'm very happy here.
Wow. So if I had to sum this up, this wasn't just about a tiny house. It was about control, choice, and not letting fear make decisions for you.
People think tiny house living is about giving things up. But for me, it was about choosing what actually mattered.
Less noise, less pressure, less stuff you don't need.
And more freedom, more people around you, more life happening outside your door.
You didn't chase comfort, you designed it.
Yeah, and I did it on my own terms. No debt, no pretending, no waiting for a someday.
So if someone's listening right now, standing at that edge, wondering if the leap is worth it,
I'd tell them this: you don't need a perfect plan, you just need an honest one. Because sometimes the biggest upgrade in life is choosing a life that actually feels like yours.
that's it, that's the story. Looking for more tiny house inspiration? Check out these videos. And if you're searching for something specific, head to our channel homepage to explore tiny homes by category. Don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to see you again soon. Bye-bye.